How are you all doing?
Donation.
So today I'm going to share you all about Jetpack Compose and the UI elements in Jetpack Compose. So let me present the screen. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. How many of you know about Jetpack Compose before? If you know Jetpack Compose, please type plus plus in the chat. Hello? Yeah.
Yes, Saarthak, you're audible.
Yeah, okay. So let me introduce you about Jetpack Compose. Jetpack Compose is a set of libraries defined by Google to make the user interface for with using Kotlin functions. In Jetpack Compose, we so today's agenda is learning about Jetpack Compose and modifiers in Jetpack Compose, and text fields, buttons, and some layouts. So let's get started. What are all these compose functions? As Ello introduced about functions in Kotlin, we can define user interface elements by using Kotlin functions with the help of Jetpack Compose, composable annotation. So, for defining a component, we have to use annotation called composable. This composable annotation will make the function to to build the user interface for our application. So let's know more detail about Jetpack Compose. Everything in every component in is a composable function in Jetpack Compose. So let's know about Compose and composable functions. So uh, see this example. Here is an example. Here we have a function called simple text. This function is used to draw the text onto the screen. It is a composable function. A composable function may contain another composable functions. Here, all the UI elements are composable functions by default. All these set of libraries are present in Jetpack Compose library. So let's know about text. What is this text? I think we all use text in our applications, right? So to show some information about something, and the text is not interactable. We cannot interact with the text, right? Yes, we cannot give any interactions, make interactions with the text. But we can select the text. It is also a type of interaction, but leave aside. So uh, these texts basically in Jetpack Compose, all the UI elements follows material design. Material design is a design language developed by Google. The latest version of Material is Material 3.0. It has several features. So if I want to say one of a cool feature of Material 3, one of a best feature of Material 3 is changing colors based on the wallpaper of the user. That is known as dynamic color changing. So based on the wallpaper of the user, it extracts some of the color palettes from the wallpaper and make all the UI elements adjustable with those colors. So all these UI elements follows material design pattern. So here is the text. It will follow material design pattern and see this example. So how to customize the text? For drawing a text onto the screen, we have to use text composable function. T is capital here. So the text with the text composable function, we can define a text. The content of the text is passed as a string. So to customize the text, we have to use some of the parameters like colors, font sizes, weight, and other parameters are there, and text alignments, etc. See here, to define simple text, we have used text in the double quotes. We pass hello world. It's simply calling a function, right? But the code, backend code for this is defined in Jetpack Compose libraries. It is also a composable function. And to change the color of the text, we'll use color parameter, and we can use any of the colors from built-in colors or from the colors resource file. And to increase the font size, we can use font size parameter. To change the font, we can use font style parameter, and there are several more parameters which we can use to customize the text. To align the text, we use text align parameter. So here, based on the width of the text block, the content is aligned in the text. So basically, Google will recommend us to use align start and align end, or without using align left and align right. Why? Because some of the languages will start from left to right. They'll write from left to right, and some of the languages will write from right to left. It will be confusing for. So if you use hard-coded align left or align right, the compiler will not follow based on these languages. It will just hard code and do everything based on the given text. So they will recommend us to use align start and align end. So what are all these modifiers? So to customize our UI elements, we use modifiers. So we can change the composable size, layout, behavior, and appearances. We can add some of the information, and we can pass these modifiers to another functions, another built-in functions, or another composable functions. We can make use of these modifiers. To create a modifier, we'll just create a modifier object. So let's see here. Here we have this text, right? To change the size of the width of the text, we have used modifier.width. We have several parameters or attributes. We can use them to change the or customize our UI elements. So let's see here. Here we have defined a modifier which is clickable and it has a padding, and we said fill max width. What is this meaning? What does this mean? See, if it is clickable, then we can click the column. We have defined all these in a column, so we can click this column, and we have given a padding. Padding, based on the padding, the content will be adjusted, and it has to occupy the entire width of the screen. So like this, we can customize the things by using modifiers. These modifiers will be very useful when we are defining the components, defining the widths, heights, etc. We can define paddings, margins, and a lot of things by using these modifiers. So let's coming on to edit fields or edit text. So this is an UI element, another UI element where we can interact with this. We can change the text of the edit field, edit text field. Uh, Basically, we can have a placeholder. If nothing is there in the text field, the placeholder will be shown. If we want to edit the text field, then the placeholder will be invisible and our text will be visible. So here we have defined something weird, right? Text by remember mutable state of hello. Why does we do this? See here in Jetpack Compose, once the composable function is composed or executed, that will not be changed. It will not be recomposed. So if we edit the text has to be displayed onto the screen. So we have to recompose the function again. So to do so, we have to do all these things. See here, if we didn't do this remember or mutable state of the, even if you edited the text, that will not be displayed onto the screen. By using mutable state of, we are defining an observer. Here, the observer will observe the change of text in the text field. If something is changed or something has to be defined or something is edited by the user, then the observer will just recompose the function again. Then, so if it recomposes the function again, then hello will be displayed again, right? So to we have to remember what the user have edited. So we have just changing text with the new text which the user entered. See here the what? Okay. We can take the Q&A in the end of the session. Okay. Right. Hmm. Okay, there are two types of text fields or edit text. One is an outline and one is filled. In the filled text field, the background will be filled. In the outlined one, the background will not be filled and it will be displayed like this. See here. These are two different composable functions. So coming to buttons, what are all these buttons? These buttons are some interactive components where we can interact with them. We can click on them. We can have several interactions. We can just click. We can give a simple click. We can give double click, long presses, etc. So here we can define what the action the button should do. On click block. We can define the action here. We can write all the codes or all the things in the place of this on click block so that whenever the button is pressed by the user, on click block will be executed. And to customize the button, we can just simply use this text or this block here. We can use this block here so that we can customize the buttons. What are all the customizations can we do? We can change the text. We can edit the background or foreground. We can edit the shape of the button, or we can do lots of things. See, if we just place all these components in a row or like without using any layout, that will be displayed like this. They will be overlapped on each other. So to have some space for every component, we have to use some layouts. By using these layouts, we can just give them a area to display. So here, look at this here. We have defined a text and another text. So in the output, they have overlapped. They have overlapped. So when we will use columns, they will be stacked like this. They will be stacked or arranged like this. See this. If we use a column layout here as this, they will be arranged like this. So how does these UI components will check the size or verify how much size it has to take? Here, look at this. We have a row, we have an image, we have a column, we have a text and another text. First, the row will ask its child, that is image, to how much size do you want to be placed onto the screen. Then the image will calculate its size and return its size to row. Again, it asks this another child column, how much size do you want to occupy. Then a column will look at its size and it will return to the row. How does column will check its size? Column will ask its child, that is the first text field, to how much size do you want to occupy. Then the text will return the size. Again, the column will ask this text size, the second one, to how much size do you want to occupy. Then the second text field will return the size to the column. Then the column will return the size to the row. Likewise, it will recursively call all its parents until the leaf component to calculate the sizes and to define a sum of user interfaces onto the screen. And see here. Here, the order of the parameters is also important. If we define padding before and we define clickable after the padding, what will happen is the padding will not be clickable. First, it will define padding, then it will not cover the padding in the clickable format. So if you click the component, the padding will not be accepted. Uh, So these are all the resources I have used, and how to change or apply custom backgrounds in text fields. Okay, so we can use basically here I have used material 3 as I have explained. I have used material 3 because it will do like based on our background color of the wallpaper, it will just pick up some of the color palette and will make all our components to affect those color palettes. Uh, Here I have used that material 3. You can enable material 3 I think so. You can edit the on create function. We have to use a line to make use of all these things. You can use material 3. So thank you guys. I've explained all about Jetpack elements. So the next